Shalom. I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that taught us His word through the Spirit. Basically, I just want to do a video on these women and this feminist movement that's going on right now. Because there's a couple of situations that happened that really inspired me to do this video. Like last week when we were at camp, this woman came up, and I guess she heard the brother say something, that she didn't like, and she was just like, "How dare you speak to a woman that way?" Like within her spirit, she really feels that, women are above men in this society. In another instance that happened to me today at work, we have this facilities department. Basically, they move furniture around and set up offices, for new employees and whatnot. And it's managed by a woman. You got a bunch of Issacharites that are under her that do all the the manual labor. And today she was just kind of barking orders and being disrespectful. The Issacharites kind of took it and dealt with it. But I remember I looked back at her, and she looked back at me. She had this really proud look on her face, man. Because she knew she was on top. But why is it like that? Well, really, because the Most High did that. It's a curse. Because a woman's not supposed to be over a man. First scripture is Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thy backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. Yeah, 'cause this is a new thing, man. All throughout history, the man was always on top. Like, the man always had the authority. The man always went out to war. The man always was the head of the household. And now we got this new thing on the planet Earth. For the Lord hath created a new thing on the earth, in the earth, a woman shall compass a man. Yeah, and that's what we're seeing right now, We can do it, we all can do it. Go to any office building, it's run by women. My job where I work at, it's pretty much just all women, positions of power. They rarely, even hire a guy unless he's like really effeminate or just straight up homosexual. That masculine man, I'm pretty much the only one. My job is, masculine and whatnot. Got a few other guys, they try to copy me, wearing the beard or whatever, but it's mostly just women all up in there. The next scripture is 1 Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Yeah, a woman's not supposed to be over a man, female judges, female cops, female politicians and all that, governors, mayors. I suffer not a woman to usurp authority over the man, but to be silenced. If you look up that word, usurp, from the French word usurper. This is an online etymology dictionary. To wrongfully appropriate, to make use of, seize for use, to assume unlawfully, trespass on, to seize. Yeah, because a woman's not supposed to have power. She seized that power, from a man. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived in transgression. Actually, the woman's the weaker vessel. She can be deceived. So with that, what's the rightful place of a woman? What's her purpose in life? What's her role? This is Sirach 36:24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession There's no 50-50 in a relationship. You know, that's the man's possession, is the woman, his wife, a help like unto himself, a helpmate, someone to help him out, do the dishes, just go buy the groceries while he's at work, clean up the house, take care of the kids, to help the man out. And a pillar of rest. Yeah, that's sexual pleasure, You're not supposed to deny your husband sex. You come home from a long day's work, he wants a good meal, and he wants to lay up with his woman. That's what she was put here for, to be a pillar of rest and a help. Not to be a dragon, This is the book of Titus 2:1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged man be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to too much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, and to love their children. We don't really got that now in our nation, especially the tribe of Judah. The black woman, Negro woman in America, she does not love her husband, she does not love her kids, man. That goes back to the curses too. Deuteronomy 28. She's going to have an evil eye towards her husbands and her children. To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. That's the whole purpose of a woman, man, is to, keep her at home and take care of the kids, take care of their husbands, man. Not to be out there on the streets, sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, just being wild, thinking like a man, like that movie Think Like a Man. No, you got the man and the woman. The woman has her role, and the man has his role. Last scripture I want to get is Sirach 22:5. She that is bold dishonoreth both her father and her husbands, that they both shall despise her. Yeah, that bold, that strong woman, that bold woman, man. Yeah, that strong black woman, that's a dishonor unto her father and her husband, man. And they both shall despise her. That's why pretty much the Negro family is pretty much non-existent right now. Because the women are just totally out of order. But, that's what we have to deal with right now in this captivity. But it's almost up. Just keep watching out for those prophecies. And when the kingdom, when we get to the kingdom, our women are going to be totally different, man. It's going to be surprising, actually, but, she's going to be in order. So that's why we got to keep our eyes on the prize, so to speak, and just keep pushing on, man. Got to have that faith and that we can get up out of here. Just keep doing the work, and we're almost there. That's it for now. Shalom.